1,127 horsepower, built right, one transmission standing. While everyone was jerking around over manual swaps and arguing about TH400s, Toyota built something that would make your grandfather's Torqueflite weep like a freaking baby. This is the A340, the transmission that survived behind two JZs when everything else was scattered across drag strips like automotive confetti when properly upgraded. Today you're going to learn why this Japanese automatic is the most underrated piece of engineering that ever lived behind a legend. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why American builders are ditching their precious domestics for this JDM monster. Part 1. The Silent Assassin. Let me paint you a picture. It's 1993. Toyota engineers are sitting in a room knowing they're about to unleash the 2JZ GTE on the world. 600 factory horsepower potential. Boost for days. But here's the thing nobody talks about. They didn't just slap any transmission behind it. They put the A340. And while muscle car guys were still figuring out how to make a TH350 survive past 400 horsepower, this thing was born ready for war. Supra, Aristo, Soarer, GS300, Cressida, LS400. Even freaking Volvos got this transmission. But here's what separates the men from the boys. Every single one of these cars could make serious power, and every single one trusted the A340 to handle it. While American automatics were grenading left and right, the A340 was out here playing a different game. 4 speeds of pure violence. Electronic control when most transmissions were still using vacuum modulators like it's 1965. An aluminum construction that laughed at the cast iron boat anchors Detroit was still calling high performance. Part 2. The engineering masterpiece. Let's talk about why this transmission will make you question everything you thought you knew about automatics. First gear, 2.8 to 1. That's launch control built into the mother-lovin' DNA. Second gear, 1.53 to 1. Perfect for that mid-range punch that makes boost addicts cream their pants. Third gear, 1 to 1, direct drive efficiency. And fourth gear, 0.75 to 1 overdrive that saves gas while you're cruising to your next victim. But ratios are just numbers on paper. What matters is this. Ace and Warner didn't just build a transmission, they built a torque multiplication weapon system. Look at these internals. Planetary gear sets built like they're going to war. Clutch packs that can take abuse that would make a power glide tap out, and a valve body designed with Japanese precision that puts American good enough engineering to shame. Factory rating, 300 to 400 horsepower. But here's the dirty secret every builder knows and nobody talks about. With the right upgrades, internal reinforcements, and proper tuning, this transmission has been documented holding close to or even over 1,000 horsepower. Stock case. While TH400s are blowing third gear clutches at 600 horsepower, while C6s are cooking their bands, while power glides are living on borrowed time past 800, the A340 is sitting there like a bloody samurai sword. Silent, deadly, unbreakable if you build it right. Part 3. Real-world domination. You want proof? Let me show you what happens when Japanese engineering meets American horsepower addiction. This is Marcus Johnson's Supra, 1,127 wheel horsepower, 2JZ GTE with a turbo the size of a small child. And guess what's behind it? That's right, the A340E with level 10 internals. This car has been beating the crap out of drag strips for 3 years. Same transmission, no rebuilds, no failures. Just pure, unadulterated violence every single time. 8-second quarter miles, day after day. While built TH400s are scattered in pieces across the track, this thing just keeps shifting. Smooth as silk, hard as nails. But it's not just drag cars. Formula drift teams have been running A340s behind LS swaps because they're lighter, stronger, and more reliable than anything Detroit ever imagined once it has been built for the job. Look at this setup. LS3 making 650 horsepower, an A340 with a good converter and shift kit. This car has been sideways for 50,000 miles. Same transmission, still shifting like the day it was built. And here's where it gets really bat poop crazy. Off-road guys are using A340s in diesel swaps because they're lighter than a 4L80E, stronger than a 47RE, and they don't need a computer the size of a briefcase to make them work. This Tacoma is running a Cummins 5.9 with an A340, 500 foot-pounds of torque, towing 8,000 pounds, climbing mountains, and that transmission just keeps asking for more. Part 4. The revolution is coming. Here's what's happening right now that nobody's talking about. American builders are waking up. Drag racers who've been married to TH400s for decades are starting to ask questions. Why am I rebuilding this thing every season when there's a Japanese automatic that just works? Bell housing adapters for LS swaps, SBC conversions, even friggin' big block Chevys. The aftermarket is catching up to what JDM builders have known for years. And here's the kicker. A properly built A340 can cost less than a similarly built TH400. It's lighter, it's more efficient, it's strong for its weight class, and with the right setup, it launches hard because of its origins. This is the JDM Power Glide, except it came with overdrive, electronic control, and internals that were overbuilt from day one. While Detroit was cutting costs and building to a price point, Toyota was building to a standard. Mark my words, in 5 years, you're going to see more A340s in serious builds where weight and reliability are critical, not just in import circles, but among domestic fans who want something different and truly capable. Part 5. The Legend's Legacy. The A340 never asked for respect. It never demanded attention. It never needed marketing campaigns or magazine covers. It just showed up to work every day behind every engine Toyota built, in every application they could imagine. It powered the Supra that made your childhood dreams. It shifted the gears in the Lexus that redefined luxury. It moved the trucks that built America's infrastructure, and it never once complained. 30 years later, it's still here, still shifting, still surviving, still proving that when Japanese engineers set out to build something right, they don't bleep around. While the automotive world was chasing horsepower numbers and magazine features, the A340 was busy being immortal. So the next time someone tells you that automatics can't handle power, show them a Supra doing 8s on a fully built A340. The next time someone says Japanese transmissions are weak, show them a drift car with 100,000 abuse miles on a built A340. And the next time someone says there's no replacement for displacement, remind them that Toyota built a transmission so good, American builders are finally starting to copy it with the right upgrades. This is the A340, the transmission that never bragged, never boasted, never needed to, because legends don't need to announce themselves, they just keep shifting.